The producers of this DVD programme fully understand and are very conscious that we all live in a very wide and culturally diverse world. Across the continents and all over the planet, in all countries and in all walks of life, there are train enthusiasts. In recognition of this fact and in the interests of peace and harmony, we have decided to include in this film, for our good friends of the Taliban Trainspotters Club, Taliban subtitles. Additionally, for friends of the Taliban who may have had their ears cut off for either punishment or simply a bit of fun, we also include in some scenes the Taliban sign language. In June of this year, it was the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway's 40th celebrations. As usual, I went along to film the event. Unfortunately, on this occasion, because of an old war wound, I could only last about 1 hour, so I had to return home fairly quickly. But I did manage to get to film the first train of the day, the empty coach stock movement from Oxenhoe. The engine leading the train is an ex-London, Midland and Scottish Railway 060 tank engine number 47279, nicknamed Ginty, one of 422 built from 1924 for the LMS to be used as a shunting, local goods and passenger engine. Locos similar to this operated regularly on the Worth Valley branch in the 1930s. The engine returned to traffic on the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway in 1988. This ex-Barry scrap locomotive is now on its second Keighley and Worth Valley Railway stint of service, having returned to traffic after a quick but heavy overhaul in 2001. The second locomotive is an ex-Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway number 957, ex-BR number 52044. It is a former Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Class 25. They were known as Ironclads after the battleships that were being built when the class was introduced in 1876. Number 957 was one of the last 50 of the class and was built in Manchester in 1887 by Bayer Peacock. The loco spent its life at Gould's Shed for the passenger and goods services on the Axholme Joint Railway and at Wakefield for the coal traffic to and from the Yorkshire and Lancashire pits to Goole and Hull. Withdrawn from service in 1959, it came to the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway in 1965 and starred in the famous film The Railway Children as the Green Dragon. Out of service since 1975, the locomotive returned to full working order in 2001 for the first time in 25 years after a £150,000 overhaul. Still a film star at heart, the engine has also featured in BBC's Born and Bred and the remake of The Hound of the Baskervilles. When British Railways closed the line in 1962, local people and railway enthusiasts joined forces to try and save it. A preservation society was formed, and after many years of volunteer struggle, the line reopened to passenger traffic on the 29th of June in 1968. The decision to recreate the atmosphere of a 1950s branch line has been hugely popular, not least with filmmakers and TV producers. Over the years, the railway has appeared in many TV and film productions, including Yanks, Sherlock Holmes, Last of the Summer Wine, Treasure Hunt, Sons and Lovers, Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, Poirot, Born and Bred, The Royal, Where the Heart Is, A Touch of Frost, Songs of Praise and Pink Floyd's The Wall. The original Ingrow West Station building was badly vandalised between the time the Keighley to Oxenhoe branch line closed in 1961 and the line reopened in 1968. The new company could not reuse the station, and all that could be done was to keep it tidy and use it as an unstaffed request stop. 20 years later, the Society made an appeal for donations from the membership for funds for a project to purchase a new station building. The amount that was needed was greater than the sum total of all donations that had been received since 1962. Funds were eventually secured and the decision taken to purchase the Midland Station building from Fowl Ridge, which closed in 1959 on the Skipton to Colne line. The building was dismantled, transported to Ingrow and rebuilt stone by stone.
The next train to arrive at platform 3 is the 10:46 Northern service to